Hey guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Saturday morning Bitcoin update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to these charts. Yeah, so not much to report, guys. Not much to tell you guys. You can see we have got a very tight range at the moment. I guess I can report that at least. We could probably draw a sort of pennant. Not a sort of pennant. I mean, it clearly is a pennant. So is this a bull flag? It does look exactly like one. It's obviously got a projected. It's got a projected target pretty high, guys. Let's be honest. We will put it in for just pure speculation. See where it could possibly take us, and well, there is a projected move. Obviously, it's the weekend. You guys know my feelings regarding just sideways action over the weekend. But in all fairness, though, it still wouldn't surprise me if we had a move like this over the weekend. For it then just to be fully retraced. Basically into the CME Opens or early next week, and then even then after that to then potentially squeeze down to like the mid 12 fives. Maybe even if we got super aggressive and we had some sort of news catalyst, maybe even down to 12k and then get back up again and just have some absolute crazy price action. We are getting into basically areas where there isn't a lot of historic price action, so obviously we can be fully expecting wild moves. So yeah, just checking the sound there, but yeah, we can fully expect wild moves, and this just would be a case of a wild move. I mean, this is the resistance area so basically to poke our way above it and then come back below. Yeah, perfectly normal. Squeeze, and then yeah, and then I mean, as you guys know, my preferred scenario is obviously, I say preferred, and what I think is most likely is the highest likelihood. I'm not saying it is then statistically in my mind what is more than 50% likely to happen, but just is more likely. Say there's 3 scenarios, this is maybe 40% chance. But yeah, so to basically range in this zone. So yeah, we could easily get the squeeze up. Obviously not necessarily in one candle, in one straight up move like this, but yeah, maybe over the weekend, maybe even then over the start of next week, and then yeah, come back down and play in this zone. But as you can see, we have definitely got a tightening formation. But as you can also see, after this move up here, these moves can just last a while. I mean, similar to what I'm saying here, obviously with smaller numbers. We had a nice big move up here. We then traded basically sideways exactly like we're doing. And we then had a hunt to the downside, and then a hunt all the way to the upside, and then back down again. That is kind of what I'm saying. Obviously, this is a lot bigger range, but we are in more wild price territory at the moment. We are in a zone where we can expect bigger moves. So yeah, maybe even not necessarily as savage as this will happen, but just be aware that things like this may happen. And then yeah, then we might just calm down, continue doing a similar sort of thing. I mean, we had another mini one there, pump up and then pump down again, and then back exactly where we were before ultimately we did make a move up. So yeah, we got to watch out for that. We have potentially got a perfect looking bull flag here. There's our target, but we have to be a bit cognizant of the fact of how far we have moved so fast. And yeah, I mean, sideways is for me on the cards. But that being said, we could get this move and then just trade sideways in a massive range here between 13 and 14k. Completely fine, in much the same way we got a big sideways move here between basically 11 and 12k. I mean, this is what I'm expecting here. Basically, this is what I think would look most normal for price action. And then yeah, we dump down there. I mean, we'll have to assess what happens in the wider world markets, see the direction the dollar goes over that period of time, see what direction the stocks go, see what direction political events go, see what the fallout or is for those political events. And then yeah, and then we'll then decide based on that the move to the upside or move to the downside out of it. Last time it was a move down. Potentially we could have a move up this time. So that's kind of what I am looking at here. Not really much to look at, obviously, in major markets. We will just have a quick look at that DXY just to have remind ourselves that this is potentially looking bearish. But yeah, I mean, we've got this level and this level, and then it is curtains. It is curtains for the dollar. Just do not underestimate how much printing the US is going to do. They are fully going to abuse their privilege as world reserve currency. They know the fiat system is breaking down. They know it's all rubbish. People say, yeah, but the dollar could go up because other currencies could devalue more, but other currencies aren't actively going to be as aggressive as the dollar is. And also other countries, I don't actually think a lot of other major countries that are obviously the major pairs against the dollar have as politically volatile environments, both socially and economically. Maybe economically places do, but I mean socially and politically. And I think that may play through out in the dollar as well. So yeah, I get it. People say currencies are a relative trade, other currencies are trash too. But there is, well, the dollar is a more overvalued trash to start off with, and they are going to, they're in a bad spot politically, I think, just with regards to just polarization, in their populace. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about anyway. So yeah, we've got that can act in on the dollar, confidence on America and the US economy, also more printing, UBI, free money, everything. They'll go in the whole shebang. So yeah, whilst I get it, I get the argument, it's a relative trade. Other currencies can devalue more than the dollar. They've not got dollar world reserve status holding it up. That is correct, but they haven't got dollar world reserve. They haven't got world reserve status that has kept their currency elevated at a level it probably shouldn't be at. So there you go. Yeah, that is it. No, it's not. We'll have a look at the stochastics. Not on the DXY though. We'll have a look at the stochastic just out of curiosity, because we are in consolidating. What we kind of want is these shorter time frames to be moving down like this in a bullish reset of sorts. Are we going to come and meet this trend line, just trade sideways until we hit this and turn back down? Possibly. We have been noticing trend lines working out quite well in stochastics recently. Obviously 10 hour has yet to turn down. 12 hour is pointing down, but obviously it's not moved down out of the bullish zone yet. Sorry, not the bullish zone, but this like overly bullish zone. daily looking like it could turn over at some point as well. 2-day and 3-day. But then obviously the higher time frames looking extremely good. So for me, like I said, we are in a zone of potential max volatility, max liquidation hunts, max wildness, max wickage, max just all that fun stuff. So yeah, just be aware of that, guys. Hopefully altcoins will be getting a bit of attention. In fact, we'll have a quick look at the BTC.D. It's not, well, yeah, it's just sort of flatlining, as you can see, at our trend line, which is normally a trend line once this bad print has got a downward sloping trend line once this bad print has gone. But yeah, I mean, are we going to get rejected from here, come down? All I'll say is I hope so. If risk is coming on in the crypto world, then yeah, it will go. I was having an interesting conversation with one of my friends about alts and Bitcoin, and we were talking about how, like, obviously there is a K-shaped recovery. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. And the way I look at it, Bitcoin is sort of like it's the go-to asset for the rich people. The go-to crypto asset, I should say, for more rich people. They don't really look at these smaller altcoins. To be honest, there isn't enough liquidity for them anyway, for a lot of them. So they just look at Bitcoin. They look at the daddy. They look at the one that they know, the main one. They look at that, and that's kind of what they look at buying. So obviously those guys have got a lot of money. Remember, those guys are doing fine. Do you know what I mean? The rich are getting richer in this whole environment. fabulous for them. But the poor people, they like to take, especially in crypto markets, the degen, all of us, we like to take more risk in altcoins, because, well, we're swinging for the fences, aren't we? We want to get into that. We want to get in that billionaire status, don't we? But yeah, we swing for the fence. We trade in altcoins, and as a whole, we are struggling. We are losing our jobs. We're not doing as well. We are the bottom leg of that K, not the upward sloping. We're the downward sloping of that K. So the people that would predominantly pump these altcoins have got less money than the people in Bitcoin. So that, to me, does kind of explain the BTC dominance going up. Obviously, we do know historically people do move into Bitcoin when we start to get the moves up, and then obviously afterwards they move into altcoins. But I do think, especially so now, we have got a difference in inequality, wealth inequality, basically. But that being said, that does mean if America does get their stimulus, people get those checks, people get those enhanced unemployment benefits and all those goodies, those are the sort of people that are going to be, well, also buying calls in Tesla, putting on more risky trades in riskier stocks, but also piling into altcoins too. So those are the people that are then potentially going to knock that BTC.D down, because they are not going to get their check and think, right, I'll put it in for Bitcoin and hope for 10% gain over the month. They're going to put it in some altcoins and hope for well, 10% gains per day and 100% gains in a month. So yeah, just something to think about there, guys. So that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.